Hey, and welcome back. I'd like to invite you to put your life on pause for just a moment. To stop, exhale, listen, ask, and hear from God over the course of the next few minutes. There are a number of ways that you might be able to take advantage of this time, but here's one way that works best for me. Get into a comfortable position where you won't be disturbed for the next few minutes. If you're listening to this on your phone or tablet, put in some headphones. Think of these next few minutes as a guided encounter with God through prayer, rest, reflection, and scripture. We call these opportunities SELAH moments. Stop. Take a second to give yourself permission to set aside the plans and worries of today. Over the past several weeks, there have been many new factors which have caused extra stress and concern in our lives. Take a minute to acknowledge the things that are on your mind right now. Not to fix them or obsess over them, just to acknowledge that those thoughts exist. Now picture yourself looking at those thoughts and worries and concerns and wrapping your arms around them as if you're picking up a bunch of boxes. And take those boxes and lay them at the feet of Jesus. If you want to, you can pick them up again later. But just for the next few minutes, trust that He can take care of them for you for at least this next short while. Exhale. Take a few slow, deep breaths. Breathe in through your nose while you count to 5. Breathe out through your mouth while you count to 7. Do that a couple of times. And as you do, give thanks in these moments of rest for the breath that God has given you. He keeps the universe spinning and organized in its place, but He also cares enough to know when a sparrow falls out of the sky. Lean in. Prepare yourself mentally to hear from God. Physically lean in, or maybe just open your palms towards the sky to help your body realize what your heart and mind are preparing to do. As you lean in towards God, realize that time spent talking with Him and hearing from His Word is never wasted. These moments help us remember to walk with God, arm in arm, throughout our day. Ask. Take a minute to talk with God. Tell Him something that you're thankful for. Acknowledge one way that you have recently seen evidence of His work in your life. And now, ask that He would direct your heart and mind so that you can grow closer to Him today. Ask that He would use His Word to speak into your life, that His Spirit would help it make sense to you, and that it would be something to carry you through the ups and downs as you navigate the rest of today. Here. Listen to the words of Scripture. I'm going to be reading from Luke chapter 4, verses 14 to 21. Jesus returned to Galilee in the power of the Spirit, and news about Him spread through the whole countryside. He was teaching in their synagogues, and everyone praised him. He went to Nazareth, where he'd been brought up, and on the Sabbath day he went into the synagogue, as was his custom. He stood up to read, and the scroll of the prophet Isaiah was handed to him. Unrolling it, he found the place where it is written, "The Spirit of the Lord is on me, because he has anointed me to proclaim good news to the poor. He sent me to proclaim freedom for the prisoners and recovery of sight for the blind, to set the oppressed free, to proclaim the year of the Lord's favor." Then he rolled up the scroll, gave it back to the attendant, and sat down. The eyes of everyone in the synagogue were fastened on him. He began by saying to them, "Today, this scripture is fulfilled in your hearing." Setting the prisoners free. It's the reason why Jesus came. Think about that passage of scripture for just a minute. What word or phrase jumped out to you? Have you ever felt like a prisoner in one way or another? What part of these words from Jesus seems like it connects with what you're going through right now? So here's some good news. No, actually, here is some great news for you today. God is not against you. He doesn't want to see you fail. He wants to set you free. Thank you for taking a minute to press pause on your day and to spend some time with God. The music is going to continue playing, so feel free to continue talking with God, or maybe just take some time to acknowledge that He is in control while remaining still. And whenever you're ready, stop this video and live in the freedom that Jesus brings.